Hello, dear friends. Today, Dobie and I will be playing the scariest map in Roblox, Doors. We are in for a lot of mysterious challenges, and most importantly, we'll be accompanied by various jump scares and a creepy atmosphere throughout the journey. We hope you enjoy watching.
Yes, hello everyone. That's right, Sheriff Labrador. The fans have been asking us to play this map a lot. Thanks to all the likes and comments. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, we've already passed through 2 rooms.
Dobie, finally, we'll test your mettle. You always say you're not afraid of anything, but on all the maps we've played, you've always tucked your tail in fear. Ha ha ha!
Let's focus on the game, Labrador. I hope you didn't forget to put on a diaper yourself.
Look at how many people are with us. I think they, like us, decided to test their nerves. Dobie, how often do you play horror games alone? I get really scared when I'm by myself. It's always less scary with friends.
I don't really like playing alone either. It's definitely calmer with friends. Plus, you can always chat and share interesting stories with friends. It's strange. We're already at the 10th door and haven't encountered a single monster. Maybe the game glitched?
I don't think so, Dobie. These kinds of games love to wait for just the right amount of time, and then a really scary monster suddenly jumps out at you.
Ah, did you see the lights flicker? I think that's a sign that a monster is about to attack.
What? Where did we get teleported to? What should we do? We probably just need to keep moving forward and not look back. It's really scary.
Oh, I get it. We can't just keep moving forward. Let's be careful and watch out for any signs or clues.
Exactly, Dobie. When the turnaround sign appears on the screen, we need to make sure we don't miss it. I hope our whole team handles this monster, or it'll be even scarier alone. By the way, where is everyone? Maybe they got teleported to a nearby room? If that's the case, how does this monster track each player? Maybe there are several of them.
You mean several identical monsters? That's not a bad theory. Maybe we're being teleported to different worlds altogether.
Yes, we defeated the first monster. Looks like our whole team is okay too. Great job, Dobie. It seems there are 2 doors here and only 1 is correct. Do you remember the number of the previous door? It seems it was the 11th door. Oh, there's no 12th door here at all.
I definitely remember that the previous door was number 13. It seems the girl sacrificed herself for our team. Oh no, she's fine. But it must have been painful.
What's that blue light? Could it be another monster attacking us so quickly? I better just walk past as quickly as possible. It's not bothering me anyway. Looks like it was harmless.
We've already encountered 2 monsters. I wonder how many more there are. Please write in the comments. What do you think, Sheriff Labrador? How many doors will we pass today? Judging by our pace, we have a chance to reach the 100th door and beat the game. I really hope so.
I think we'll reach the 50th door. While you were talking, we met an absolutely identical monster with a blue glow. It seems to exist solely to psychologically scare us with its presence. Such jump scares only work on kids. But we've seen worse, haven't we? Perhaps the farther we go, the more frequently we'll encounter monsters. I wonder if it's possible for there to be 10 monsters in one room at once.
Let's keep going. I think we'll encounter a new monster soon. And here comes an attack. The lights are flickering again. Let's run into the closet.
Well, where is it? Was that attack fake and they just scared us? Listen to the sounds. Something cracked, probably the light bulbs.
It seems like we're about to suffocate. We should have practiced holding our breath. Ah, did you see that? Someone just ran by. It's a new monster.
We've already passed 20 rooms, though I don't see one of our team members. Hopefully he'll catch up if you're not dead. Here's a grill. Is this the end? Oh no, it seems we need to do something in the basement to open the gate of the grill. Maybe we need to find something like a button or a lever.
Yes, I think there will definitely be something useful here. Maybe even a flashlight. I think I see a lever behind the grill. Great. He did it.
Let's tell the guys a scary story with an unexpected ending about how you and I went on a spooky quest.
Oh no, just don't remind me of that. I just forgot.
Once I, Sheriff Labrador, along with my partner Dobie, decided to unwind a bit and accept an invitation to a new quest that had opened nearby our precinct. It was called the Labyrinth of Horrors, and we were assured it would be a fun experience. We arrived at the quest, and right at the entrance, we were greeted by an ominous atmosphere. Dim lighting, gloomy decorations, and eerie sounds. But we were confident. What could frighten 2 sheriffs who had been through so many trials?
As we entered the maze, I was full of determination to prove that we weren't easily frightened. The first rooms were amusing, strange sounds and flashes of light. But the further we went, the scarier it became. In one of the rooms, vicious creatures suddenly appeared. Labrador seemed unfazed. but I could feel my heart pounding more and more. It was especially terrifying to encounter a huge wolf that unexpectedly leaped out of the shadows. We kept going, and the tension was mounting. At one of the turns, we were confronted by a group of terrifying clowns, their menacing grimaces and sinister laughter making me flinch. I tried to hold it together, but fear was starting to take over.
In one of the last rooms, just when we thought nothing could be scarier, a huge bear with glowing eyes suddenly leaped out from around the corner. Dobby flinched and I felt him wobble slightly. At that moment, I heard a faint sound and realized that Dobby was genuinely scared. I looked at him and saw a dark stain spreading on his pants, which amused me a lot, but I tried not to show it. We hurried towards the exit, where the quest operator greeted us with a wide smile on his face. We pretended like everything was under control, but I knew that this experience would stay with us for a long time.
Wow, I'd rather forget about it forever, like a bad dream. Why did you record it on video? Now everyone will find out about it. How am I supposed to walk down the street calmly now?
Don't worry, you don't get recognized on the street as often as I do. By the way, do you remember the number of the last door? It was 29, so we should go to the 30th. Hey, girl, this way for us. Open this door.
Oh no, she can't hear you. Write in the chat. But you don't have to write anymore. I hope she survived. Let's just open this door ourselves.
Wow, we found a lockpick. We definitely need to try it out.
My nose is itching. That's not a good sign.
Do you see that? There are scary eyes on the wall. Maybe it's a new monster, and you're not supposed to look at them? Although, we would have died long ago. Let's just keep going.
It suddenly got really dark. The perfect moment to scare us. Did you hear that? Ah!
Pooh, that was really scary. I hope you didn't wet yourself, because ahead of us awaits one of the bosses of this map. Seek.
Very funny. You screamed just as loudly as I did. Better prepare yourself mentally. We'll need to run and crawl through obstacles during the battle with the boss.
How do you know all this, Dobby?
To be honest, I've been preparing.
So you wouldn't be scared?
As you can see, it didn't help much.
Here it comes, it's starting. My paws are already sweating. Phew, let's go.
Run, run, run.
Don't worry, Dobby, we got this. The main thing is to stay alert.
I hope we won't get crushed by a wardrobe. Just don't look back or you might trip and fall.
Did you notice that during the boss battle, we also pass through doors because the room number increases?
That's true. It would be nice to make it all the way to the end of the game like this, because this boss is easier than the boss at the 50th door.
The main thing is not to get caught in the fire. Ouch, it seems like I just singed my tail.
Hooray, we did it. Look how we left him behind. He seemed quite slow. Let's tease him, ha ha ha.
Just be careful. The door might suddenly slam shut and we'll be left alone with him.
Looks like he slammed into the door at full speed, but serves him right. It seems like there are fewer and fewer of us, which doesn't make me happy, but it also shows that you and I are doing pretty well. Maybe we really will make it to the last door.
Meanwhile, we're almost to another boss. Figure. Oh, the lights are flickering again, but we already know what to do.
As far as I know, there are two types of monsters on this map that you need to hide from in the closet. The first one is Rush, and the second one is Ambush. The difference is that Ambush can fly by several times in a row, and you can't stay in the closet for too long.
Oh no, Dobby, this guy for some reason came out of the closet too early. I feel sorry for him. He probably blinked and thought the monster had already left. Sigh. Minus one more team member. Well, at least we got his lockpicks and lighter. Let's tell the guys an interesting story about how we saved the city from the cunning plan of a mad scientist to infect all electronic devices. This was the time when we, Sheriff Labradors and Dobby, decided to take a break from our usual work and head to the gaming club in the heart of the city. We couldn't afford to relax often, but sometimes we needed a bit of entertainment too. As soon as we entered the gaming club, we were surrounded by the sound of coins, flashing lights, and excited voices. We headed towards the arcade machines, and I noticed an old machine in the corner that always caught my attention.
We forgot about our work and got completely immersed in the world of arcade games. But suddenly, one of the machines malfunctioned. The screen started flickering and occasionally showed strange images that evoked horror and fear. People began to scream and panic.
We immediately realized that something was wrong. Dobby and I decided to check what was happening with this machine. When we approached it, I noticed a strange device connected to its back panel. It seemed to be some kind of signal transmission device.
While we were dealing with this, we received a call from the sheriff's office. It turned out that electronic devices throughout the city had started displaying similar symptoms. We realized that this was not a coincidence, but the cunning plan of some mad scientist.
We rushed to take action. Our top priority was to find this scientist and stop him before he caused even more damage to our city. We used all of our skills and resources to track down his whereabouts.
Thanks to our persistence and cooperation, we managed to find his hideout in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. He was attempting to activate his device to cause even more chaos, but we thwarted him just in time.
We arrested him and prevented a catastrophe. This incident reminded us that even during leisure time, we must always be vigilant and ready to act when necessary. And although this experience was scary and tense, we were able to overcome it together, like true partners and friends.
Yes, it's wonderful to be a sheriff and have such a loyal and wonderful partner like you. Here we go, Sheriff Labrador. We've reached the next boss. We need to prepare ourselves mentally because it's going to be very challenging.
So, dear friends, this video is coming to an end. If you want to see the continuation of our game, please like and subscribe to the channel. Well, we're not saying goodbye. See you soon.
Hello, dear friends. Today, we're going to escape from an evil dog in Roblox. It's right behind me, but it's asleep, so we're safe for now.
Hello, everyone. Ahead of us are thrilling challenges and boss battles. By the way, if you know the name of this dog, be sure to write it in the comments.
Sheriff Labrador, let's jump on his belly.
Let's do it, but we need to be ready in case he wakes up.
Don't worry about that. I think he stuffed himself and watched TV all night.
It seems we need to get to the ventilation, but there's a small parkour course. Good thing I've been practicing parkour since school.
Oh no, you broke his mom's favorite vase. It seems like he's sleeping soundly. I hope he doesn't notice the shards when he wakes up.
We'll quickly sneak through and escape.
Great, now we need to overcome this giant room.
I see some metal platforms ahead. We need to press the button.
What do you think these trials are for in this dog's house? I don't think he's the one going through them, although they would be good physical exercises, which promote health.
Wow, look, it's a zip line. I used to ride one of these when I was a kid. Maybe it's all to ensure that no one can reach him and disturb his sleep. But here we are, trying to escape from him. Why he kidnapped us is indeed strange.
Look, he has a wife and kids. Why haven't we seen them?
And on the picture on the left, his friend is depicted Talking Tom.
I have a theory that we've entered a universe of talking animals. Perhaps this is a kind of hell, because no one would like to be forced to talk, especially to say exactly what you don't want.
Exactly. And that's why he built these trials to get as far away as possible from the fate of endless talking. Now we just need to find the others and figure out why we were kidnapped.
That's a possibility. It could be that they kidnapped us to replace them in conversations, so they can be free. Or perhaps they feed on other animals, and that gives them the ability to talk.
Or maybe they're just a little bit crazy.
This option is worth considering too. Let's focus on getting out of here and finding out what's really going on.
It looks like we need to climb into the ventilation system. This is the transition to the next location. Hopefully we'll encounter some new characters along the way.
It seems you're right. There's Talking Tom standing there.
Oops, he fell.
Get ready to run. I don't think he has good intentions.
Have you ever seen the Tom with red eyes? He looks like he's ready to flatten us like pancakes.
It feels like he's about to shoot lasers from his eyes. What if he really can do more than just talk? We'd need some interesting superpowers for detaining suspects then.
Why did he hide around the corner? Did he think he wasn't visible?
Perhaps he's a little dumb or just sleepy and not very spatially aware.
He has such funny teeth like a child's. You know, for some reason, he seems even cute to me.
Maybe the environment is starting to affect you. I hope you won't turn into one of them right now. Did all this hypnotize you or something?
I don't even know. I hope I won't get absorbed by this atmosphere. If something's wrong, let me know.
Of course. Back in the ventilation again. We already dealt with Tom. Let's see who awaits us next.
Looks like a children's room. Maybe it belongs to Ben's kid?
You guessed it. It's a girl. I wonder what her name is and if Ben's children are facing the same fate of constant talking like he is.
While you were talking, we fell right into her paws. Why did we get teleported back? I don't think she's as mean as Tom right now.
I think so too. If she wanted to bite us, she would have already gotten out of this grid. It has huge gaps between the bars.
Oh, so we found out her name is Lily. I don't see her brother's room here. Very strange. Is there any point in keeping them so far apart? Guys, write in the comments if you have a brother or sister, and if you share a room together.
Yeah, what if something happened to her brother, and here we are just casually talking about it? Also, perhaps this is precisely why everyone has gone mad and thinks we killed him.
Dobie, you're back to inventing theories again. It's only distracting us from the main goal. I think things aren't as bad with this place as you imagine.
It seems we've entered the central ventilation system, which provides oxygen to the entire complex. We could leave a surprise here.
Let's tell the guys the story of how you and I saved the city from the animal pirates instead. This story began when rumors started circulating in the city about strange events. Animals began behaving unusually, as if under the influence of something invisible.
Many of them fell into a strange trance, and some even disappeared without a trace. Labrador and I began an investigation, and soon discovered that behind all this were animal pirates who were planning to take over our city.
Our suspicions were confirmed when we discovered that the animal pirates had struck a deal with a company from another city to help them create a device capable of controlling the minds of those around them.
These pirates were cunning and well prepared, with a clear plan, and the backing of another company made their threat even more serious. We realized that if we didn't stop them, our city would fall into their hands.
The local scientist helped us determine that their device emitted a sound at a frequency inaudible to animals, but capable of inducing hypnosis and controlling them. We realized that standard methods of fighting crime wouldn't work in this case. So, we decided to create a device capable of absorbing sounds at a frequency that regular animals couldn't hear, and that could help us locate and destroy the enemy's device.
Creating this device was challenging, but we collaborated with the scientists to overcome the task. When we finally completed it, we set out to search for the pirate device, which was hidden somewhere in the city.
We roamed all the streets and alleys listening to the surrounding sounds until we finally noticed a strange signal that our sound-absorbing device picked up.
Oh no! Looks like he woke up and saw that we escaped. We headed toward the source of the signal and discovered the pirate device hidden in the basement of one of the abandoned buildings. We quickly dealt with the pirates' guards and destroyed their device. Thanks to this, the city was saved from capture, and the residents could sleep peacefully.
Yeah, we were awarded the Order of Bravery and even featured in the news. How I love my job. And you?
I also love my job very much. Being a sheriff is very exciting. Every day we face many trials and adventures, which gives rise to more and more new stories. It seems like even a whole lifetime wouldn't be enough to tell you all of them.
Ouch! The ventilation grill collapsed under our weight, and we're tumbling down.
In real life, falling like that would hurt. Your tumbling down reminded me of how I went sledding down a snowy hill during my winter vacation. It was a lot of fun.
I also plan to fly to a snowy country for my next vacation, and thoroughly enjoy the beauty of nature and the cozy atmosphere.
And in the meantime, we've reached another parkour section. But this time someone has set up trampolines for us. That's very kind of them. Without the trampolines, I don't know how we would have climbed so high.
Just a little more, and we'll reach that button. I can't wait to face the main boss of this map. I think it will be Talking Angela, since we haven't seen her yet.
I think it will be Talking Ginger, because I haven't seen a female main boss yet, and we also haven't encountered Ginger yet.
What kind of nuclear reactor does he have in his complex, and why does he need it? I hope he doesn't plan to destroy all living things.
You know, Labrador, sometimes I wonder how we both ended up on this path. I wonder what led us to choose the profession of sheriff.
Yes, Dobie, that's indeed an interesting question. I remember being fascinated by stories of heroes protecting their towns and loved ones since childhood. Especially inspiring were the tales from my grandfather, who served as a sheriff in his town. How about you? How did you come to this choice?
For me, it all began when I was a teenager. I always loved helping people and felt a desire to do something meaningful. One day, I met a sheriff who came to our school to talk about his work. I was so impressed by his stories of protecting people and maintaining order that I immediately realized, this is my calling. Remember our first operation together? We didn't know each other that well back then, but even then, we felt like we could rely on each other.
Yes, it was a test of endurance and we passed it. But you know, Dobie, I think being a sheriff is not just about skills and abilities. It's also about the desire to serve your community, to be part of something greater.
Well said, Labrador. We chose this profession because we wanted to protect and assist. Every day, we reaffirm our choice by seeing how our work makes the world a bit better and safer.
So, here we are, at this moment. We've reached the door behind which the main boss of this map awaits. And we were wrong about the main boss. It's actually the giant robot, Ben.
Let's shoot him right in the teeth.
I'll try shooting at his legs. Maybe that's his weak spot and he'll fall down.
What a coward Ben is. He didn't even bother to put up a fight at the end, and just opted to make a giant combat robot.
It wouldn't surprise me if he's sitting in his chair right now, either asleep or watching TV with a mug of coffee in hand.
I hope it's not something stronger than coffee, and he's probably watching some football while we're here sweating. That's not fair.
Hooray! Congratulations to us. Leave us some congratulations in the comments. And now it's time for us to leave this crazy house of talking animals.
Hold on, but aren't we also talking animals? Maybe it's related to our abduction. They wanted us to be part of the app about talking animals too. Guys, would you play such a game?
You're back with your scary theories again. Look, our motorcycle won't start. It would be funny if it ran out of gas.
Guys, it's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our escape from the talking animals.
Yes, don't forget to leave comments, like, and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. Also, check out our other videos and let us know what else you'd like to see us play.
Looks like duty calls. Off we go to another adventure.
What's happening again? I hope it's not an attack by the giant robot Ginger.
No, Angela. Goodbye.
Hello, everyone. Sheriff Labrador here. Can you guess who we're escaping from today? And by the way, I'm not alone.
Yes, Dobby is here too.
As you can see, we're in the house trapped by the evil grandmother. Our task for today is to escape from here. We need to be quiet so as not to wake her up.
But it's not that simple. Don't let her age fool you. She has built a complex of challenges in her house.
Look, she threw away our photo. It seems she hates us.
Let's start the escape. Oh, look. This is a photo of that old man we've already run away from. Looks like they're married.
Oh no, I hope she doesn't wake up from this. Yes, I remember how we escaped from that old man. Be sure to check it out on our channel.
Wow, it looks like this vent led straight to the attic of this house. I hope that Grandma doesn't catch us here. Oh, she even set up mines.
She probably loves cats since there's a photo of one hanging in her attic. Although, all grandmas love cats.
Why do you think this old lady put us in a cage?
As she probably wanted to make soup out of us.
Oh, look. I just noticed we're at a great height, and there are spikes below us.
I hope we don't fall right into the grandmother's mouth when we come out of the ventilation.
I hope so, too. It would be tragic if she ate us right away.
There's a lot of dust in this ventilation. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, look, this grandma is right in front of us. I hope she doesn't wake up right now. Let's jump onto her belly.
Oh, that was unexpected, but it's good she didn't notice us.
Look, are those teeth in a jar? Fee!
I agree, that's disgusting. All right, we need to hurry before she wakes. I didn't even get to finish my sentence.
She's running right after us.
Sue, what are these snotty green cookies? We'd better not step on them.
She's even farting.
Oh no, she's too close. She might grab us by the tail.
Look, there's a red button in front of us. We need to press it quickly.
This button opened a passage ahead. Let's run there before the evil grandma catches us.
Oh, look how red the evil grandma turned. We should jump next to her.
Look, now she's not even paying attention to us.
There are so many cookies here. I was right when I said she really loves cookies.
The evil grandma is so clumsy that she even knocked over the glass of milk.
Grandma completely forgot about us. She's not even trying to chase us anymore.
Oh, look, it's a giant fan that will lift us straight up.
There are traps along our path set by the evil grandma, but we won't give up. We'll easily overcome them.
I completely agree with you, Dobby. There are no obstacles on our path that we cannot overcome.
Oh, we almost fell back down. We need to be more careful.
Hooray, we've overcome those traps.
Don't celebrate too soon. Let's see what awaits us next behind this door.
Look, we've ended up in some sort of dungeon.
Let's jump on these geysers. I think they'll help us move forward.
Hey, Dobby, don't you think it's getting too hot in here?
I agree with you. It's getting too hot here. Let's get out of here quickly and eat some cold ice cream.
Phew, the board broke right under us. I hope that doesn't happen again.
Look, there's ventilation again. I think we should climb into it.
The ventilation is dusty again. I hope there are no spiders here.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see a giant spider here.
Oh no, we fell into the room where the evil grandma is knitting.
I hope we don't meet her here. I wouldn't want her to knit a scarf out of us.
Listen, it sounds like something gigantic is rolling nearby. Oh, Dobby, I wasn't imagining it. A giant ball of yarn just rolled past us. Oh no, we didn't quite make it to the safe spot in time. I hope we can reach a safe spot before the next one squashes us flat.
I think we just had a bit of bad luck with the timing.
How convenient that there are holes in the walls. If they weren't there, we would have been flattened a long time ago.
Oh, I can see the exit. I hope the end is near.
Hey, Dobby, to make it more exciting as we head towards the final showdown with the evil grandma, let's remember how we saved the city from the evil robot.
Of course. It was one of those days when everything seemed calm until the nightmare began. The sky darkened, and a giant evil robot appeared on the horizon, casting a shadow over our town. The townsfolk were panicking, and we, Sheriffs Dobie and Labrador, knew we had to act fast.
First, we had to calm the people down and organize the evacuation of those in the danger zone. But then we decided to find out more about this monstrous machine.
We were shocked to discover that the robot was controlled by a deranged inventor who had lost control of his creation. The robot was rampaging through the town, causing havoc and destruction.
We realized there was no time to waste. We needed to act swiftly to save the town. We assembled a team and gathered all the resources we could find to stop this mechanical menace.
We devised a plan to disable the robot. It was risky, but we had no other choice. We had to protect our town and its people.
Using our knowledge of mechanics and some heavy-duty equipment, we managed to create a powerful electromagnetic pulse, EMP, device. Our goal was to get close enough to the robot to activate the EMP and shut it down.
With the help of our brave team, we set up a diversion to distract the robot while we got into position. It was dangerous, but we were determined to succeed.
As the robot focused on the diversion, Dobie and I made our move. We got close enough to activate the EMP, and with a loud hum, the robot started to malfunction.
The giant robot staggered and then collapsed, its systems fried by the EMP. The immediate threat was over, but we knew we had to secure the area and ensure the robot was completely disabled.
Working together, we dismantled the robot piece by piece, making sure it couldn't be reactivated. The townsfolk began to emerge from their hiding places, grateful and relieved.
Saving the town from the giant robot, we understood that the power of our unity and determination could overcome any challenge. Thanks to our joint effort, the town was saved, and Labrador and I are proud to have helped our community in its hour of need.
Did you see that giant pool filled with cookies? She's definitely crazy.
Yeah, but there's a trap here. Of course, it didn't work on us, but it was still scary. One wrong move and it's all over.
Look, there's another big fan here. Hopefully there are fewer traps this time around.
This fan has propelled us to crazy speeds.
I love speed, especially when I'm racing on my police bike to respond to calls.
Oh, look, the airflow from the fan lifted us up.
Let's jump carefully so we don't fall into the abyss.
This challenge room is longer than I thought. Hopefully, we'll get out of here soon.
Oh, there's a new obstacle ahead, but we're not afraid of it.
It's interesting why the evil old lady set up these challenges for us.
I think it's useless to dwell on that. Our main priority is to escape from here.
Oh, we weren't careful enough going through that obstacle course. Next time, we should watch our step more closely.
Carefulness and professionalism are crucial aspects of our work.
These pipes are taking us higher and higher. The main thing is not to fall into that abyss.
I think the exit from here is coming up soon. The key is not to rush, and everything will work out.
It's getting boring. Let's tell another story again.
With pleasure. It was one of those serene days when the sun was shining bright and the town was going about its usual business. But then came the relentless rain. At first, it seemed like a passing shower, but it soon became evident that this was no ordinary downpour. The streets were quickly flooding and panic spread among the townspeople. Sheriff Dobie and I knew we had to act swiftly.
First and foremost, we had to calm the frantic residents and swiftly organize the evacuation of those in the flood's path. It was a chaotic scene, with people desperately seeking higher ground as the waters rose.
Once the initial chaos was somewhat under control, we delved into understanding the cause of this sudden deluge.
To our astonishment, we discovered that a reckless scientist was to blame. He had been experimenting with weather control technology and inadvertently triggered this catastrophic flooding.
There was no time to waste. The safety of our town was at stake. We quickly assembled a team of rescuers and set out to confront this new challenge.
Together, we devised a plan to mitigate the flooding and clear the streets. It was risky, but in times of crisis, risks must be taken.
Using specialized equipment and strategic placements, we managed to divert the worst of the flooding away from populated areas and towards safer zones.
Through tireless effort and determination, we were able to stabilize the situation. The water levels began to recede, and the immediate danger passed.
As the town started to recover amidst the cleanup and restoration efforts, Dobie and I reflected on the resilience of our community. It was through our combined efforts and unwavering resolve that we managed to save our town from the brink of disaster.
The experience reinforced to us the importance of unity in the face of adversity. Together, we overcame the challenges posed by the flooding and emerged stronger as a community. Labrador and I take pride in having been able to assist our fellow townsfolk in their time of need.
Hey, Dobie, enough with the story. Look, there's a giant cookie in front of us. Let's get closer to it.
Let's grab it before the evil old lady comes.
I think it's a trap, so be prepared.
We're sheriffs after all. We're always ready.
I guessed it, but it was pretty obvious. What else could the grandma come up with? Look at how many of her clones are here.
When did she manage to multiply like this? I think we need to hurry, or they'll fill up this entire lawn.
Despite all our efforts, the clones of the evil old lady keep coming and coming.
We've already taken almost half of this old lady's health. It's good they gave us a bazooka instead of a revolver. Otherwise, we'd be fighting for a very long time.
Don't celebrate too soon. We need to be more careful or we'll end up trapped here forever.
I've noticed there are two types of grandmas here. Some die from one hit, while others have a lot of HP.
Hooray, we won! That was a thrilling battle.
Oh, I totally agree with you, Labrador. It was not an easy battle.
Now we just need to get out of this cursed house as quickly as possible.
Wow, what a car. It must be some powerful sports car. It even has cookie wheels. Since we defeated that grandma, it means we've accomplished our goal for today.
And that means it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.
See you soon.
Hello, friends. It's Sheriff Labrador and my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie here.
Yes, guys. Hello, everyone. Today, we have something special for you. We are diving into the world of Roblox and playing the Escape Funnies Toy Shop mode.
In this mode, our main task is to escape from the creepy toy shop. But it's not as easy as it seems.
We will have to hide and run away from a scary toy that wants to take us into its toy world.
Friends, hold on tight because it's going to be fun and scary at the same time.
In this mode, we face 6 challenging trials, each testing our skills to the limit. And perhaps at the end, we'll have to fight the toy boss.
Sounds scary and exciting, but we'll manage because we're a team.
We've just turned on the electricity to get some light, and now we're heading down the creepy tunnel to find a way out of here.
Whew, this tunnel looks really spooky. I hope we don't encounter too many traps.
The main thing is to be careful and stick together. Friends, keep your fingers crossed for us because a real challenge awaits us ahead.
What are these footprints? Some kind of monster sneaked into the ventilation and left its tracks here. Maybe we can get in there and find a way out right away. But it looks like we can't. The ventilation is closed, so we'll have to go through this creepy tunnel with broken pipes. Dobie, are you afraid to jump through this hot air?
No, I wasn't afraid. Do you think I'm a coward? We've already been through many scary modes together. I'm almost used to them. By the way, it's better not to look down right now. Wait, do you hear that? Or is it just me?
Dobie, I didn't hear anyone. We're facing a real challenge, a scary labyrinth. Guys, this labyrinth isn't just difficult, it's full of dangers. A giant scary toy will be chasing us. If we don't find the exit in time, it will turn us into one of its toys.
This challenge will make us use all our wits and speed. The labyrinth is huge, and we must be very careful to find the exit as quickly as possible. But don't worry, Labrador and I will guide you.
And remember, friends, this is just the first challenge in this mode. Many more difficulties and puzzles await us ahead. We must be ready for anything and never give up.
Hey, Labrador, this parkour is really tough. It seems like we're tackling the hardest challenges of this mode.
Indeed, Dobie, but this is just the beginning. We have a lot ahead of us. By the way, do you remember what our friends mentioned about the next challenge?
Oh, yes, they mentioned something about red and green colors. They said it's one of the most interesting challenges here. We need to be prepared for anything.
I remember they said these colors are somehow related to choosing paths or solving puzzles. We'll have to be alert and use our wits.
Exactly, Labrador. Let's leave the parkour behind and get ready for the next challenge. Remember, teamwork and attentiveness are our best allies here.
Absolutely, Dobie. Let's move forward. New challenges await us, and we have to prove that sheriffs aren't easy to break.
Green color, run, Labrador! Oh, wait, red color. Stop and don't move.
Green light. Run, Dobie, run! You've got just a little left. You can make it. Oh no, stop! Red light, no way out. Or as the saying goes,
Labrador, I almost lost because of you. Is there something wrong with your reaction time? The green light was on, but you only mentioned red or stop. Don't you know the difference between green and red? Ha ha.
Sorry, Dobie, I got a bit confused. I'll pay closer attention to signals next time. Don't worry, I'll react faster in the next challenge.
We breezed through the second trial from this strange living toy, and now we just need to climb up and start the third trial. Honestly, I thought it would be easier. This is the toughest challenge for us.
You're right. I hope you guys subscribe to our channel and give us likes for our efforts. These are indeed very tough trials, but the third trial will be even 100 times harder. I doubt my friend told me.
Hey, Labrador, look what's on the horizon for us. Our task is to climb up this tower made of toy blocks before that Titan robot toy catches us and crushes us.
Yes, Dobie, it looks really dangerous. We need to devise a tactic to hold out for these 40 seconds until the robot breaks down. Let's first explore the surroundings. Maybe we'll find something useful.
Okay, Labrador, let's consider our options. These columns of blocks could be our cover. We can run between them to avoid the robot's grasp.
Great idea, Dobie. We can also use these toy blocks to slow down its movement. Toss them under its feet to create inconvenience and buy us valuable seconds.
Right, Labrador. And let's not forget about our teamwork. Let's coordinate. One of us distracts the robot while the other navigates along the edge of the tower. This way, we can divide its attention and gain more time.
Exactly, Dobie. Let's go into action. Let's show this robot who the real sheriffs are around here. Stick to the plan and we'll definitely succeed.
Only 6 seconds left. I'm sure we can survive this. If not, Labrador, you've been the best friend I've had. Hooray! We managed to outsmart the Titan robot. Honestly, it was quite dumb. Just a clumsy piece of metal crushing everything in its path.
I think we shouldn't have opened this door. It's really creepy here. This looks like the location where we need to find the exit and escape from the main character of this mode. Well, wish us luck, subscribers.
Hey, Labrador, look who's chasing us now. It's a living toy, and it's tearing after us through this abandoned toy warehouse. We need to keep moving and not let it catch up to us, or we could be its next victim.
Whoa, Dobie, this looks really terrifying. Let's use our knowledge and experience to get out of this situation. We have to find a way to evade it.
I see a car ahead. Could it be the way out to freedom? No, it doesn't look like it. There's lava below. Where did lava come from in a toy store? Some monster must have created this.
While we're driving, I wanted to tell you something. Yesterday, we received a call from the owner of the toy store. He informed us that toys had been disappearing and all the surveillance cameras were turned off. This prompted Dobie and me to rush to the scene.
Yes, Labrador is right. When we arrived, the store seemed empty and abandoned, with scattered toys and plush animals everywhere.
We began our investigation and discovered Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel hiding in the far corner of the store. It turned out they were taking the toys, thinking they were for their children.
When we asked them why they didn't use the surveillance cameras, they said they didn't know how to turn them on and were just trying to do something nice for their kids.
In the end, we clarified the situation and offered them to visit the store during business hours to purchase toys. They apologized for the trouble and promised not to take anything without permission again.
So, friends, sometimes mysterious disappearances aren't caused by dark forces. Sometimes it's just parents trying to make their children's lives brighter.
It seems like we've been through a lot, but now we're facing the fourth trial, which is proving to be a real challenge.
Yes, Labrador, this trial feels like games such as Mario. We need to run and jump, avoiding traps, and collecting everything that can help us stop the huge head of this living toy that's trying to catch and eat us.
Ahead of us are platforms, traps, and obstacles, but we won't give up. Let's use our agility and quick reflexes to overcome this level.
Labrador, watch carefully. There are traps on the ground. Either avoid them or collect them so we can use them against the head of the living toy.
Recently, we had a situation that unfolded during an evening excursion in another country with my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie. We decided to take local school children on a tour, sharing our adventures and the responsibilities of sheriffs, aiming to inspire them and demonstrate the importance of attentiveness and responsibility. The walk led us to an abandoned house where the children marveled at the ancient walls and tangled vines. Our tales came to life in the cozy shadow under a starry sky, when suddenly I noticed that one of the students, little Sammy, had gone missing. With a sinking heart, we began searching, scouring every corner of the abandoned house. My heart raced as we heard rustling from above. In the attic, among old rusty beams, we found Sammy sitting on the edge, waving his arms as if hoping to take flight like a superhero. Sammy, scared and subdued, sat quietly on the roof as we approached him. We took his hands and carefully guided him down, soothing his frazzled nerves. Returning to the group, we hugged each student, feeling exhausted yet grateful. This incident reminded us of the importance of our work and how our stories can inspire and educate the next generation.
I remember how it was. I was really nervous. By the way, did we complete the last level or not? I wonder what awaits us next. I hope we won't have to fight the final boss. I'm actually a bit scared of that.
This toy train seems very suspicious. I don't think the exit is here, but we have no other options. Get comfortable, Dobie. We're in for a long ride.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador. I hope we won't encounter any screamers along the way, and everything will be quiet.
Oh no, it was a trap. What do? We're falling straight down. We're going to crash.
Sheriff Labrador, are you here? I see the final game.
Yes, I'm here. This location seems to be the final one. Oh wait, it's that living toy in a robot suit. How do we defeat it? Guys, we've encountered the main boss. A living toy robot threatening us with its lasers and enormous metal structure.
Yes, Labrador, this robot means business. It's shooting from all its weapons and trying to crush us with its huge feet.
But we won't give up. To defeat this boss, we need to target its weak spot, the legs. We have rocket launchers and we need to hit it directly in the legs.
Let's act quickly and in sync. Labrador, you take the rocket launcher on the right, I'll take the one on the left. Let's focus fire on its legs while we have the chance.
Notice how it's opening the vents on its legs? Now's our chance to attack. Fire the rockets.
Great shot, Labrador. We've wounded its leg. Just a bit more, and we'll do it.
The boss is getting more aggressive. Watch out. Dodge the lasers and keep attacking its legs.
Another rocket hit the mark. The leg is starting to smoke. We're almost there.
We're almost there, and we'll defeat this evil robot. Hooray! We've managed to destroy it. It wasn't for nothing that they called me Diamond Eye at the Sheriff Academy. I truly am a sharpshooter. Now, we just need to find a way out of here.
Guys, you're all simply the best. You helped us defeat that toy robot. I hope we really won, and it's not another trap.
Yes, my friend. We actually managed to beat this super challenging level. Thanks everyone for watching. Goodbye for now. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we will be escaping from the evil pot-bellied grandpa.
Yes, hello everyone, Sheriff Labrador. We better keep it down in case he wakes up and whacks us with his cane.
Stupid Dobie, you're yelling louder than me. Look, here's my photo. I'm afraid to think what he did with it.
What are you thinking, Labrador? I think he just printed it out to remember your face. Let's go before dinner time comes and he wakes up.
Let's just jump on his belly instead. You're scared of Dobie again. What can he do to us? His eyes even look in different directions.
Oh no, Labrador, I think we woke him up. Run!
It's okay, Dobie. That old poker is running at a snail's pace. But you'd better hurry up. You're too close to him. Don't fall behind.
I feel uneasy. My tail senses someone about to bite me from behind. The main thing is not to look back.
You're right, but we're almost there. I don't even know why that old man has so many dentures, and why doesn't he clean up the floor? It seems like he's tired of chasing us. Look at these strange photos. Why hang something like this on the wall?
We did it, Sheriff Labrador. Maybe he really loves to look at himself. Although, judging by everything, he hardly ever gets off the couch.
Look! What are those giant boogers on the fork? It doesn't look like broccoli. I hope he didn't bite into them. And there are no teeth of his fallen out inside.
If I'm honest, I adore broccoli. They taste like mushrooms mixed with sea kale. Write in the comments if you like broccoli.
What are you talking about, Dobie? Everyone hates broccoli. Let them rather write what they love to eat the most.
Everyone has different food preferences. If someone likes something that you don't, it doesn't mean that person is strange.
What? Did you see that? Why did I die? I didn't even touch him. Stupid developers. Let's just finish this. Let's calmly walk through these chattering broccoli. See the face of that old man ahead? Just go to him and don't look back.
See that guy? Why is he walking backwards? He's just distracting us. Shoo, I stopped just in time. Spinach almost hit me in the muzzle.
I thought he was really just standing there waiting for us to pass these trials. Turns out he's so crazy he built his own giant iron copy and embedded it in the wall. But even your mom's bigger than him. Ha ha ha.
Watch out not to fall into the lava, Labrador, or you'll roast your sheriff outfit. They won't clean it off like last time when a seagull pooped on you. You tripped over a stone and fell into the city fountain. Ha ha ha.
Why are you speak off the cuff, Dobie? Maybe I should remind you of when you slipped on a piece of pizza and crashed into a lamppost. We had to pay for its repair too.
Very funny. But let's not get distracted, or you'll fall again. Let's ask the guys if they would like to see a video on our channel where we both play The Floor is Lava in Roblox. Write in the comments.
Why are you standing there, you goofball? I've already passed. Let's go further. Ahead of us awaits a conveyor belt with giant falling vegetables. Watch your head.
Once again, we are next to broccoli. Maybe you'll take a bite while you're next to it. I think you'll like it.
Where did you get lost there? Eating your broccoli again? We're in a hurry. Ahead of us is the room where we were at the very beginning, only now we're on top. I knew we just had to climb up to escape from him.
Sorry, they were very tempting. I couldn't resist. Look down. What's that pink stuff all over the floor? Maybe it's gum or jelly?
So, I'm Labrador, and my faithful partner is Dobie, the sheriffs of this wonderful city where something happens every day. But this day was truly special. It all started with rumors of strange experiments conducted in our city by a mad scientist. Everyone was tense, but no one expected that these experiments would lead to such a nightmare. This scientist, lost in the realms of science and madness, decided to experiment on jelly. Yes, you heard it right. On that sticky delicacy that each of us loves. He tried to improve it, making it more elastic, but alas, everything didn't go as planned. In one horrifying moment, there was an explosion that threw the scientist several meters back, and the jelly began to grow at an incredible speed. It covered everything in its path, threatening to flood our city. People ran in terror, screaming and praying for salvation. But I, Labrador, the sheriff of this city, couldn't allow this dreadful jelly to destroy everything we had built for so long. And I knew that my faithful friend Dobie was always by my side, ready to help. We moved forward. Our mission was clear, to stop this jelly at any cost. We swam through this sticky madness, my nose literally getting sucked into it, but we didn't give up. With my unmatched intellect and Dobie's nose, we found what fueled this jelly. Some strange reagent left by the scientist in his madness. We destroyed it, and the jelly began to melt, like falling snow. The city was saved. People came out on the streets again, and Dobie and I were proclaimed heroes of the day. But for us, the real reward was that we saved our beloved city from ruin. Thus ended our most incredible day, full of adventures and dangers. And although no one will know about it firsthand, we know that we, Labrador and Dobie, the dynamic duo of canine justice, saved the world.
Amazing story, Labrador. Thanks for reminding us of it. But why did you bring a board with you? You can't slide down on it like on a sled.
I brought it for you, Dobie, in case you want to protect your pants.
Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Then let's talk about how you tore your pants when you climbed a tree to rescue a cat. The strangest thing was that the tear was in a very unexpected place. I hope the cat didn't get psychological trauma from what she saw there. Ha ha!
Let's not think about that right now. We're about to reach our main goal, to defeat that cheeky, pot-bellied old man.
Okay, Sheriff Labrador, let's focus on that. The main thing is not to repeat what happened a few minutes ago. Don't fall into the lava, ha ha! Look ahead. There are sod boards. Let me go first. I'm not as fat as you, so they won't break under me.
Look, Dobie, in the distance you can see that old man's lure, a golden prune. Strange choice. Why did he spend a lot of money on a dried fruit statue? Maybe it's because that old man himself looks like a dried fruit.
Why did that guy fall apart? He couldn't handle the upcoming challenge mentally. But I hope we'll succeed, Sheriff Labrador.
Dobie, let's finally finish this. Grab that prune and run. That way, we'll distract him with you, and I'll shoot at him with the bazooka.
Oh no, Labrador! It looks like he's hunting you instead of me. I'll try to distract him somehow.
Don't worry, he's very slow. Just make sure to dodge his big red laser. I don't want to find out how painful that is. It would be nice to have a bazooka like that. It would come in handy for major arrests. It even shoots backwards.
We're almost there. Let's push harder. I wonder how long it took him to make that giant suit and how he got inside it.
Yes, we did it. Great job. The world is saved from the crazy old man. We should celebrate, Dobie.
Hooray! Why did he just sink into the ground? Now that we're done, let me tell everyone an interesting story about how we saved the city from a virus epidemic. It all started on an ordinary morning. I went on duty with my partner, Sheriff Labrador. We noticed a sudden increase in the number of sick animals in the city. They were all complaining of weakness and fever, but no one could understand what was happening. We knew we had to act quickly, or the whole city could fall ill. I called our old friend Professor Ben, who worked in a secret laboratory outside the city. Ben had always been at the forefront of science and technology, and if anyone could help, it was him. "Hi, Dobie," said the professor. "It seems I have something that might help you. We've recently developed special visor glasses that allow you to see viruses in the environment." Labrador and I immediately went to Ben and received these amazing glasses. Putting them on, we saw our city in a completely new light. Viruses were everywhere, in the air, on surfaces, even on people and animals. "We need to find the source of the infection," said Labrador. His tail wagging with excitement, we began surveying the city, looking for clusters of viruses. The visor glasses showed that one of the abandoned houses was teeming with viruses. We cautiously entered and discovered an old laboratory where someone had apparently been conducting dangerous experiments. On a table, we found records indicating that someone had deliberately released the virus into the city. It was unthinkable. We gathered all the evidence and returned to the city to warn everyone and start cleaning the infected areas. "We need to isolate the infected and disinfect everything they might have touched," I ordered, and Labrador set out to coordinate the actions of the residents. Together with Professor Ben, we set up purification stations throughout the city. The residents, realizing the seriousness of the situation, began to help us. Labrador and I patrolled the streets, ensuring that everyone was safe. After several days of hard work, we finally managed to get the epidemic under control. The viruses disappeared, and our city became healthy and safe again. "You did a great job, Dobie," said Professor Ben, patting me on the shoulder. "Without you and Labrador, we couldn't have handled it so quickly." "It's our job," I replied modestly, looking at our beautiful city. "We're always here to protect those we care about." So, with the help of new technologies and a team of friends, we were able to save our city from an invisible threat. The visor glasses became a symbol of our victory over the epidemic, reminding everyone that even ordinary law enforcers can do great things.
Great story, Dobie, but it's time to say goodbye. We still have to save the world in real life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. If you want us to play the scariest map in Roblox, leave a comment.
Goodbye, everyone.
Hi guys, today we entered the Roblox mode, Escape from the Inside Out 2 characters prison. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so you don't miss our adventures.
Hey, Labrador, have you seen the new Inside Out 2? This mode is straight from the movie. We have to escape from the prison guarded by characters from the film.
Yes, Dobie, I have, and you know what's the coolest part? We're right inside Riley's head. But something's wrong, all the emotions are furious and trying to stop us.
Ha! Look, there's Joy standing with the guards. Who is she gonna make happy if we're locked up here? By the way, we need to get through the maze of her memories to escape.
The memory maze isn't as joyful as it sounds. Look, Dobie, Sadness is doing something over there. She blocked our path.
Ha! Now we're stuck in a sad corridor. What do you think, Labrador? If we act sad, will she let us through?
Yeah, or maybe we need to cheer her up. Let's try a joke. Why can't Sadness find happiness? Because she lost it.
Oh, looks like she found it funny. The path is clear. Onward to anger.
Oh no, Anger's on guard. He looks ready to blow everything up. Okay, Dobie, let's think of a way to get past him.
Maybe we can distract him with something? Look, there's a button. If we press it, the fire alarm will go off.
Great idea. Press the button, and I'll figure out how we can get to the exit.
It worked. He ran off to put out the imaginary fire. We have time. Quickly, to the stairs.
The stairs lead right to disgust. He's always unhappy about something. Maybe we can sneak past while he's not looking.
Ha! There's disgust. Hey, Labrador, why does he always look like his shoe is too tight?
Dobie, stop joking. Let's run. We're almost at the exit. Look, all the characters from the movie are here. There's joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear.
Joy is always cheerful and positive, but not today, apparently. She's guarding the main corridor. Looks like she won't let us pass. Let's try to make her laugh. Why does Joy always smile? Because her smile is contagious.
Ha, she didn't even notice. Oh well, let's move on. Oh look, there's Sadness. She's always so gloomy. Maybe she needs a good hug.
Maybe. Sadness looks like my dog at home when I go to work. Always sad and pining.
Ha, your dog would be Sadness's best friend. Okay, let's keep going. Here's Anger. He's red as a tomato and looks ready to explode.
Yeah, better not mess with him. He reminds me of my football coach when I forgot my gear for practice.
Yep, exactly. Hey, look, there's Disgust. She's always so squeamish about everything. I'm sure there are sticky obstacles in her area.
Yeah, her expression says it all. Reminds me of when I first tried broccoli.
Haha, Broccoli, the enemy of all kids. And finally, Fear. He's always so scared. We need to sneak past him carefully so we don't scare him even more.
Labrador, have you noticed that Fear's eyes are wider than an owl's? He'd be perfect for night shifts at a warehouse.
Oh, totally. Okay, let's move on. Oh no, there's a maze of memories. Dobby, be careful. It's easy to get lost here.
Ha! The maze reminds me of my thoughts in the morning. Confused and nonsensical. Let's stick together.
A great idea. We're almost at the exit. But wait, there's one more obstacle. Ahead are joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear all together.
We'll have to combine our efforts. Hey, Joy, here's a joke for you. Why does Joy always smile? Because she knows everything will be okay in the end.
Great joke, Dobby. Now for sadness. What does sadness do when she's bored? She writes sad poems.
Anger. Why is Anger always mad? Because he doesn't have time to relax.
Disgust. Why is Disgust always squeamish? Because she sees the world through green glasses.
And finally, Fear. Why is Fear always scared? Because he knows there might be something scary around the corner.
Dobby, have you ever noticed that sometimes we get unexpected ideas and solutions? As if someone else is guiding our actions.
Oh yes, Labrador. I once felt unusually confident when I caught that clever thief on the corner of Baker Street. It was strange, like I knew exactly what to do at every moment.
Exactly. I think it's not just a coincidence. Remember when we watched Inside Out 2 and saw how joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust controlled Riley's emotions? I have a feeling something similar is happening to us.
That sounds incredible, but I can't deny that something strange is happening. How can we test this?
Well, let's try to recall some cases where our emotions played a key role. Remember when we saved that family from the burning house? I felt incredible courage and calmness then.
Yes, and I remember suddenly feeling immense compassion and determination at that moment. Maybe it was the work of sadness and joy?
Exactly. And what about the time when we exposed that crime syndicate? I was so focused and determined, that was definitely anger's influence.
And when we were on a mission in the forest and encountered a dangerous bear, I suddenly felt fear. But that fear helped me act cautiously and quickly.
It seems like our emotions really did help us in various situations. This is incredible.
But why is this happening? Why are the characters from Inside Out 2 controlling our emotions?
Maybe it's some unusual force or just our imagination helping us better understand ourselves and our actions. But either way, it makes our job even more exciting and effective.
You're right, Labrador. I think with such an emotional helper in our heads, we can handle any criminals and save even more people.
Yep, and maybe we can learn to better control our emotions and use them to our advantage. Thank you, joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust.
Yes, thank you for your help and support. Together, we'll make our city even safer and better.
Dobby, remember that day when we worked as lifeguards on the beach? It was an ordinary summer day full of laughter and joy. But then everything changed.
Of course, Labrador. I remember noticing that big ship dock not far from the beach. At first, it didn't attract much attention, but then strange things started happening.
Exactly. It all began when a few kids came to us complaining that they felt sick after eating ice cream from that ship. At first, we thought it was just a coincidence or that the kids had overeaten.
But then it became clear that it wasn't just a coincidence. The number of affected people increased, and they all talked about the same ice cream. We needed to act quickly.
We decided to go to that ship and find out what was going on. As we approached the vessel, we noticed that they were actively selling ice cream. The line was huge.
When we boarded, we started asking the vendors questions. At first, they seemed friendly, but then they began to get nervous. I noticed they were hiding some boxes in the hold.
We asked to see those boxes, and it turned out they contained suspicious substances. We called the police and health services to check everything out.
It turned out that the ice cream was indeed contaminated. The vendors were arrested, and the affected people received the necessary help. Thanks to our quick reaction, we were able to prevent serious consequences.
I'm proud of how we handled that situation. We were able to save many people and prevent the spread of a dangerous product. It was a great example of how important it is to be vigilant and ready for any surprises.
Yes, Labrador, that day showed how crucial our work is and how important it is to pay attention to everything happening around us. Thanks to our resourcefulness and determination, we were able to prevent a tragedy.
Dobie, remember the day we had to fight a robot on a skyscraper? It was a real nightmare. I still can't believe that robot was shooting food.
Of course, Labrador, it was madness. As soon as we arrived, we saw the upper floors of the skyscraper covered in smoke and people screaming. And what kind of idea was it for the villain to use a robot that shoots food?
We quickly went up to the roof using the service elevator. When the doors opened, we saw a huge robot shooting burgers, pizzas, and other dishes directly at people. It was controlled by a villain in a black suit holding a remote control.
We had to act fast. People were panicking, and we had to protect them. I remember you said, Dobie, distract the robot, and I'll try to get to the villain.
You did a great job distracting Dobie. Your agile jumps and dodging flying food were impressive. I managed to get close enough to the villain and snatch the remote control from him.
But then the robot started acting on its own, and we had to come up with another plan. You suggested using the food against it. We began throwing back the same food it was shooting at us, right into its mechanisms.
It worked! The robot's mechanism started jamming and it slowed down. We took advantage of the moment and completely shut it down. It was incredible how we managed to handle such a threat.
After that, we arrested the villain and sent him to jail. It turned out he was a genius but insane scientist who wanted to create chaos in the city with his strange machine.
This case showed us that we should never underestimate our enemies and always be ready for the most unexpected challenges. We've proven once again that together we can handle any threat.
Yes, Labrador, it was indeed a crazy day, but we managed. Our city can sleep peacefully, knowing that we are always on guard and ready to protect it from any dangers, whether it's a food-shooting robot or something else.
Here we are at the final stage, Dobie. Just one last parkour challenge and we'll finally escape this prison of emotions. Are you ready?
Ready as ever. I see joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and even fear have all set up their final act. I hope we don't have to dance with joy on a flaming track.
Thanks, Dobie. And now we're flying out on the helicopter. It's time to prepare for the next adventure. Who knows what awaits us there?
Yes, the next adventures will be even more exciting, hopefully with less emotional trials. See you in the next game mode.
Hello, everyone. Today we have Sheriff Labrador with you
And Sheriff Dobie. Hi there. We have a special story for you today. We decided to play the Escape from the New Prison mode in Roblox. And we have something interesting for you.
Yes, this mode turned out to be really exciting. Imagine, we were framed by our own chief sheriff. He turned out to be a villain and sent us to prison to cover up his crimes. Now we must escape and restore justice.
The Escape from the New Prison mode is very interesting. There are many puzzles, traps, and guards to avoid. We need to show ingenuity, agility, and teamwork to get out of this tangled place.
We started off by finding ourselves in a prison cell. At first, it seemed impossible to escape, but then we noticed that one of the walls looked suspicious. We found a hidden passage behind it.
Yes, that passage led us to the first series of puzzles. We had to activate several levers in the correct sequence to open the door. Labrador and I worked together really well and quickly solved this task.
After that, we faced traps. The floor was covered with lasers, and we had to carefully navigate around them to avoid getting caught. It was scary, but at the same time, very fun.
There were also guards. They patrolled the corridors, and we had to hide and wait for the right moment to sneak past them. A few times we almost got caught, but we managed to get through.
At one point, we stumbled upon a workshop. There, we found tools that helped us unlock a locked door. It felt like real detective work.
The most challenging part was the final stage. We needed to disable the security system to open the main gates. It was a real race against time, but we succeeded.
When we finally broke free, we realized that our mission wasn't over. We need to expose our evil boss and restore our good name. That will be our next task.
This mode really tested us, but we succeeded thanks to our teamwork and ingenuity. Guys, if you like adventure and want to challenge yourselves, be sure to try Escape from the New Prison in Roblox.
Guys, don't forget to like and comment. If you do, you'll find a new toy behind your pillow. We have an incredible story to share with you.
It was something unimaginable. It turns out it was opposite day. All the villains became police officers and the police officers became villains. We almost ended up in jail ourselves.
Yes. When we arrived at the station in the morning, former criminals in police uniforms were waiting for us. They immediately arrested us and threw us in the cells.
And here's the most interesting part. We managed to escape thanks to our loyal subscriber who happened to be nearby. He saw us being arrested and decided to help.
We hid in the basement of an old warehouse and started planning our rescue. First, we realized we needed to save all our subscribers who were also unlawfully detained.
We knew we couldn't do it alone, so we used our old contacts. It turned out some former villains weren't happy with their new status and were willing to help us.
We came up with a plan. First, we needed to break into the prison and free the subscribers. Our old acquaintances helped by creating a distraction on the other side of the city.
While the villainous police were busy, we snuck into the prison through a service entrance. We knew we had little time, so we acted quickly. We found the cells where our subscribers were held and started freeing them.
But it wasn't easy. Some of the subscribers were scared and didn't understand what was happening. We had to calm them down and explain it was all because of opposite day.
Fortunately, everything went smoothly. We led all the subscribers through a hidden tunnel we found by accident. It led to an old park where our allies were waiting.
Once everyone was safe, we started thinking about how to set things right. We contacted Professor Murphy, who had long been studying the phenomenon of opposite day. He said we needed to find and destroy the device causing this effect.
We discovered the device was in the city's central tower, now guarded by the villainous police. But we had no choice. We devised a plan and headed there.
We had to use all our wits and skills to get inside the tower. We disabled the security systems and climbed to the top where we found the device.
Breaking it wasn't easy, but with the help of our subscribers following our instructions, we managed to do it. As soon as the device was destroyed, everything returned to normal.
The villains became villains again, and the police officers became police officers. We returned to normal life and restored order in the city.
It was an incredible day, but we succeeded thanks to our team and loyal subscribers. Thank you all for your help and support.
We will tell you an incredible story about how Sheriff Dobie and I built 3 unique prisons. This was our most extensive and ambitious task to date. Let me start from the beginning.
It all started when we received a task from the City Council. We were commissioned to design and build 3 experimental prisons, each unique in its own way. The first prison was to be made entirely of sweets, the second from old items, and the third from soft materials. We were thrilled by this task and got to work immediately.
We decided to start with the candy prison. Imagine walls made of caramel, doors of chocolate, and windows of candy. We found the best confectioners in town and invited them to collaborate. The work was in full swing. Confectioners sculpted giant candies, cooked tons of chocolate, and created incredible sugar structures.
But as soon as we finished construction, we faced another problem. The candy prison attracted a huge number of ants, wasps, and even bears. We realized we needed a solution quickly. We had to equip the prison with special insect traps and install protective barriers.
Nonetheless, the prison was operational. We conducted experiments to understand how this unusual environment affected the inmates. It turned out many criminals became kinder and calmer, surrounded by sweets. Overall, our experiment was a success, and we moved on to the next prison.
Next up was the prison made from old items. We started collecting antique things, furniture, dishes, carpets, books, and even vintage lamps. All this old stuff created an amazing atmosphere. We invited restorers to help us preserve the uniqueness of each item.
The inmates in this prison constantly felt like they were in a museum. Each cell was furnished with antiques, and many criminals began to take an interest in history, read books, and spend time studying old items. It turned out this environment helped them rethink their actions and consider their future.
Finally, we began building the third prison, made entirely of soft materials. Imagine walls made of pillows, floors covered with soft carpets, and beds draped with plush blankets. We turned to textile craftsmen who created a true soft fairy tale for us.
In this prison, the inmates felt as comfortable as possible. The soft walls and floors reduced stress levels, and many criminals became more calm and balanced. This coziness helped them realize their mistakes and strive for improvement.
We conducted various experiments in each of the prisons, studying how the environment affected the inmates' behavior. In the candy prison, criminals became kinder and less aggressive. In the old items prison, they developed an interest in history and rethought their lives.
Our experiments showed that the environment plays a huge role in rehabilitating criminals. The city council was impressed with the results, and we received support to continue our research.
So friends, that's our story of 3 unusual prisons. We hope our experiments will help make the world a little better. Now you know a little secret. Be sure to like and leave a comment for this.
This is a story about how one Halloween turned out to be much more memorable for Sheriff Dobie and me than we expected. Let me start from the beginning.
So, that year Halloween promised to be ordinary. We decided to go door to door collecting candy and enjoying the festive atmosphere. We were in costumes. I was dressed as a superhero, and Labrador was an astronaut.
The evening was going great. We collected lots of candy, but soon we noticed that most of them weren't to our liking. Some were too old, and others just didn't taste good. We decided to throw away those candies, not knowing what would happen next.
As soon as we started discarding the candy, a strange monster suddenly appeared. He was huge, with green skin and eyes that glowed in the dark. The monster declared that he was the guardian of Halloween and punished those who didn't appreciate the candy.
The monster said we had offended the spirit of the holiday and now had to make amends. He gave us a task, to collect 10,000 pieces of candy by midnight, or else we would face a terrible punishment.
We were in a panic. There was little time, and we needed to collect a huge amount of candy. We decided to ask our friends and neighbors for help. We explained the situation, and many agreed to assist.
We went around the entire town, knocking on every door and explaining our problem. People were surprised, but seeing our desperation, they shared their candy. We gathered them in large bags and continued our search.
Time was ticking away mercilessly. We ran from house to house, trying to make it in time. At one point, when we almost lost hope, the kids from the local club decided to share their candy with us.
We collected all the candy we could find, and finally, by midnight, we had exactly 10,000 pieces. We met the monster, who inspected our haul. He was impressed with our effort and declared that we had passed the test.
The monster thanked us for respecting the spirit of Halloween and disappeared as suddenly as he had appeared. We were exhausted but satisfied that we had avoided punishment and helped our friends.
We'll remember this Halloween for a long time. It taught us to appreciate every little thing and respect traditions. Thanks to everyone who helped us with this task. Until next time, friends.
See you soon, and remember, respect the candy on Halloween, or the guardian of Halloween might come for you. Greetings, friends. I'm Sheriff Dobie, and today, along with my loyal partner, Sheriff Labrador, we are diving into an incredible adventure in Roblox in the Bori Prison Escape Mode. Hello, Labrador. Hello, Dobie. Hello to all our viewers. Today, we have a challenging task, to escape from an underwater prison where the floor is made of water. It seems we've been framed and ended up here because of the merfolk. But no worries, we will find a way out. Yes, Labrador, that's right. This mode is a real test. Imagine a huge prison located underwater. Instead of the usual corridors and cells, there are massive aquariums filled with water where you have to swim to move around. Each cell has puzzles that need to be solved to progress further. Exactly, Dobie. And there are dangerous sea creatures here that will try to stop us. We will need to avoid sharks, electric eels, and even giant jellyfish. But the most difficult part is finding the keys hidden in various corners of this underwater prison. Precisely. So, our task is to find these keys, solve all the puzzles, and of course, uncover the mystery of who framed us and why. I'm sure we can handle this together.
And we need to stay alert because the merfolk might set traps for us. We must be cautious and always keep our ears pricked.
Absolutely right. So, are you ready for the adventure? Let's get started. Good luck to everyone. And don't forget to support us with likes and comments. We'll start with the first level, finding a way out of the cell. Oh, it seems we've already gotten out of the cell and into some strange place.
We're about to embark on a truly exciting adventure. One day, Dobie and I thought, what if we built a super rocket and traveled to all the worlds? We pooled all our knowledge, skills, and a bit of ingenuity to create this amazing machine. And now, the rocket is ready. Dobie, are you ready for launch? Ready.
Of course, Labrador. So, our super rocket, named World Voyager, is on the launch pad. We carefully designed it to withstand any conditions and take us to the farthest corners of the universe. Labrador, did you complete the final technical inspection?
Yes, Dobie, all systems are working perfectly. I checked the engines, fuel tanks, and navigation systems. We're ready for launch. All aboard, friends. Our first journey begins right now. Launch.
3, 2, 1, lift off! The rocket smoothly ascends. We pass through the atmosphere, and here we are, in open space. An incredible sight, right, Labrador?
Yes, Dobie, it's amazing. Our first destination is the moon, as it's the closest world to us. Within a few minutes, we've landed on the lunar surface. Everything is covered in dust, and traces of previous expeditions are visible. But what's this? Someone is coming towards us.
It's the moon inhabitants. They're friendly and have invited us to their market, where they sell unusual souvenirs and items made from moon rocks. We exchanged gifts and learned a lot about their culture, but it's time to move on. Where to next, Labrador?
Dobie, how about Mars? They say there are hidden cities there. We take off again and head to the Red Planet. After a soft landing, we see amazing Martian cities built under domes. These domes protect the inhabitants from the harsh conditions of Mars.
We met a Martian engineer who showed us his inventions. It turns out the Martians are developing systems to process Martian soil into useful materials. We took some ideas into account and set off again.
Our next stop was Titan, Saturn's moon. Everything here was covered with icy lakes and mountains. We put on special suits and went to explore the subglacial caves. In one of the caves, we met the Titanians, intelligent beings living under the ice and feeding on Saturn's energy.
The Titanians turned out to be excellent storytellers. They told us legends about their ancestors and showed us ancient manuscripts carved on ice tablets. We were impressed by their culture and peaceful way of life. Time flew by, and it was time for a new journey.
How about Venus? They say colonies living in the clouds have been recently discovered there. We took off and headed to this mysterious planet. Venus greeted us with a dense atmosphere, but we successfully made our way through it and saw giant floating cities in the clouds.
These cities were built on huge cloud platforms, and the Venusians turned out to be incredibly hospitable. They showed us their technology, which allows them to extract energy from cloud vortices and create artificial rainforests. We spent several days enjoying their hospitality and studying their achievements.
And now it's time for the farthest journey. We set course for Proxima Centauri, the closest star to us. This journey took several weeks, but thanks to our super rocket, we arrived safely. On one of the planets, we discovered an amazing world inhabited by cybernetic beings.
These beings lived in harmony with nature and technology. They showed us their advancements in artificial intelligence and nanotechnology. We were amazed at how they managed to create a perfect balance between life and technology. And so, finally, our journey came to an end.
We returned home, full of impressions and knowledge. It was an incredible adventure, and we're glad you friends were with us all this time. Our super rocket performed excellently, and we will definitely continue to explore new worlds in the future.
Thank you for being with us, friends. We learned a lot, saw incredible places, and met amazing beings. We hope you enjoyed our story.
I will tell you an amazing story that happened to us a week ago. There were so many incidents and calls in our town that Dobie and I just couldn't be everywhere at once. So we decided to take extreme measures and clone ourselves. Dobie, are you ready to tell how it all started?
All right. A week ago, Labrador and I turned to our old friend, Professor Tesla, who specializes in biotechnology. We explained our problem to him, and he suggested creating our clones. We knew it was risky, but we had no other choice.
Professor Tesla developed a special machine that could create exact copies of us with the same skills and knowledge. He assured us that the clones would act and think just like us. After a few hours of work, our clones were ready. We named them Dobie 2 and Labrador 2. The robbery was orchestrated by a gang known as the Dark Shadows. They were professionals, and it would have been tough for us to handle them. But our clones rose to the occasion. They infiltrated the bank through the ventilation system and managed to neutralize the robbers using their hand-to-hand combat skills and strategic thinking.
Meanwhile, Labrador and I received another call. A fire at a factory. We rushed there to help the firefighters. There were many people in the factory, and they needed to be evacuated urgently. Working together with the firefighters, we managed to save all the workers and prevent the fire from spreading to neighboring buildings.
During this time, Dobie 2 and Labrador 2 received a call about a hostage situation at a school. There were armed criminals on the scene, and the situation was very tense. Our clones started negotiating with the criminals while simultaneously devising a plan to rescue the hostages.
Using cleverness and negotiation skills, the clones managed to distract the criminals and secretly enter the school. They then neutralized the criminals and safely evacuated all the children and teachers. It was an incredibly brave and professional act.
Meanwhile, several more incidents occurred in our town. A jewelry store robbery, street races, and a highway accident. But thanks to our clones, we were able to handle each of them. Dobie 2 and Labrador 2 acted like real heroes, and people started noticing that the sheriffs could be in two places at once.
But not everything went smoothly. A few days later, we noticed that our clones were starting to behave strangely. They became more aggressive and unpredictable. Professor Tesla explained that the clones might begin to develop their own personalities and go out of control.
And then, one evening, our clones caused real chaos in the town. They decided they could become the new rulers of the town and started setting their own rules. We had to step in and stop them.
It was a tough battle. Our clones knew all our tactics and moves, but we used our wits and experience to outsmart them. In the end, we managed to neutralize them and bring them back to Professor Tesla.
The professor apologized for what had happened and destroyed the cloning machine. We realized there are no shortcuts to success and that we have to handle all challenges ourselves, relying on our own strengths and mutual support.
This was an important lesson for us. We understood that despite all the difficulties, true strength lies in our team and our ability to work together. Thank you for being with us, friends. We are always ready to help, and no difficulties will stop us.
A week ago, Sheriff Dobie and I used a teleport to travel to the future and the past. It all started when we received a mysterious device from our friend, Professor Tesla.
Professor Tesla explained that his new invention could move us through time. He gave us the task of testing the teleport and finding out how it could be used for the benefit of our town. We immediately agreed and began our journey.
First, we decided to travel to the past. We set the teleport to 50 years ago and found ourselves in our town when it was completely different. Old buildings, people in retro clothes, and vintage cars. It was all amazing. We met a young Sheriff Jack who became our mentor.
It was an unforgettable adventure, friends. We hope to use the teleport again to make our town safer. Thank you for being with us. Until next time, and new adventures.
Hello, friends. This is Sheriff Labrador, and today Sheriff Dobie and I are going on an incredible adventure in Roblox. We ended up in the Escape from the Evil High School mode. Hi, Dobie. Are you ready?
Hi, Labrador. Hi, friends. Yes, I'm ready for this adventure. In this mode, we are in a school that trains bandits to steal things and act quietly. We are undercover, and our task is to escape from this evil school without being seen by the guards and without triggering the alarms.
Exactly, Dobie. This school looks like an ordinary educational institution, but things are not that simple here. In each classroom, we will face various challenges related to theft and avoiding the guards. We will need to use our skills to sneak past the guards, pick locks, and find our way out.
Let's start with the first classroom. Look, here we are taught how to crack safes. See that safe in the corner? We need to find the code to open it and get the key to the next door. Let's give it a try.
Okay, I'll start looking for clues on the walls and in the textbooks. Here, I think I found a note with numbers. Let's try entering these numbers into the safe. It worked. We have the key and we can move on.
Great. Now we need to get past the guards in the hallway. Look, they patrol along specific routes. We need to wait for the moment they turn away and quickly slip past them. Ready?
Yes, ready. Let's go. Quietly, quietly. We slip through. Excellent. We are in the next classroom. Here, we need to disable the alarm to open the door to the next level. I see the control panel on the wall. Let's try hacking it.
Okay, I'll cover you. Now, we need to connect the wires correctly. Done! The alarm is disabled and we can move on. We just need to find the final exit and get out of this school.
Here it is, the final corridor. This will be the hardest part. We need to get through a laser maze to reach the exit. Be careful, Dobie.
Don't worry, Labrador. We got this. Follow me. Jump, roll, another jump, and we did it. We got out of the evil school. That was an exciting adventure. Oh no, I misspoke. We still have a lot to go through to escape from here.
I'm going to tell you an exciting story about how Sheriff Dobie and I built a portal to different worlds. It all started when we received a mysterious package from our old friend, Professor Tesla. Inside was an instruction manual for building the portal and some unusual components. Dobie, do you remember how it all began?
The instructions were incredibly complex, but Professor Tesla believed in our abilities. We started by assembling the main parts of the portal and connecting them to a powerful energy source. After several days of intense work and experiments, the portal finally worked. With it, we could travel to different worlds.
The first world we decided to visit was the world of ancient civilizations. We activated the portal and found ourselves in a huge city with magnificent temples and palaces. We immediately met the locals, who thought we were gods because of our unusual clothing. We decided to take advantage of this and study their culture.
In this world, we learned a lot of new things. They showed us their construction and agriculture technologies and taught us their language. We helped them solve several problems, such as fighting droughts and floods. It was incredibly interesting and useful for us.
But time waits for no one, and we moved on. The next world was a futuristic city with flying cars and skyscrapers. We met a local sheriff named Alec who showed us how security services work in the future and how they fight crime.
In this world, we learned about the latest technologies and even helped Sheriff Alec solve a few crimes. We used gadgets that seemed like science fiction in our time. It was an incredibly thrilling adventure.
The next world was a fantastic forest full of magical creatures and ancient secrets. We met elves, fairies, and even dragons. This world was full of wonders and dangers. We helped the elves protect their forest from dark forces and learned a lot about magic and sorcery.
In this world, we tested our resilience. We had to use not only our skills, but also learn new ones to deal with magical threats. We fought dark wizards and saved the forest from destruction. It was an incredible adventure.
After that, we went to an underwater world. There we met mermaids and sea creatures. This world was full of mysteries and treasures. We helped the mermaids protect their underwater kingdom from pirates and learned a lot about marine life.
The underwater adventure was one of the most exciting. We used special equipment to breathe underwater and explore sunken ships and ancient ruins. We found many treasures and uncovered the secrets of the underwater world.
Finally, we decided to return home. The portal brought us back to our world, full of impressions and knowledge. We told Professor Tesla about all our adventures, and he was very pleased with the results.
We realized that traveling to different worlds is not only exciting, but also beneficial. We learned a lot of new things, did many good deeds, and made new friends. These adventures made us stronger and wiser.
Dobie, there's an incredible story that happened to us recently. It all started when we found ourselves in the laboratory of a mysterious scientist who delivered some shocking news. Hi, Dobie. Can you tell how it all began?
Yes, it was truly unexpected. Labrador and I had just finished our patrol when we were suddenly teleported to the laboratory of a scientist named Dr. Ward. He told us that our world was on the brink of destruction and that it was beyond saving. We, as the main heroes, were the only chance for survival,
But we didn't like that. Dr. Ward said he was going to send us somewhere else so that we could survive, leaving our world behind. We weren't okay with that, so we decided to take the universe control device that the doctor used for his teleportations.
yes, we didn't want to just give up. With the device, we started our own journey through various universes. The first was a universe where we became criminals. We found ourselves in a metropolis full of chaos and lawlessness. Gangs ruled here, and we had to survive by participating in heists and street fights.
It was a tough world, and we had to use all our skills to survive. We became part of a gang, gained respect, and even planned a major heist. But fortunately, we realized that this wasn't our path and decided to move on.
In the next universe, we became kings in a magnificent kingdom. Life here was entirely different. Luxury, balls, and court intrigues. We had to adapt to our roles as kings and solve national problems from wars to internal conspiracies. We used our new power to improve the lives of our subjects.
Being kings was interesting, but we realized that it came with its own set of complexities and problems. We decided it was time to move on. The next universe was a world entirely covered in ice and snow. We became explorers, investigating icy caves and ancient ruins.
In this world, we discovered ancient artifacts and unraveled many mysteries. We helped the locals deal with catastrophic weather conditions and establish relations with neighboring worlds. It was a real adventure.
And so, after many travels, we ended up in a universe where everything was upside down. People lived on the ceiling and houses were built on the reverse side. We faced unusual problems like maintaining gravity and adapting to life in zero gravity.
We learned to work in this unusual environment and even helped the residents solve problems with unstable gravity. It was one of the most challenging and interesting tests.
Finally, after all these adventures, we decided to return to Dr. Ward. We were full of experiences and new knowledge. Dr. Ward was amazed by our stories and accepted our decision. If we returned to our world, we could use all our knowledge and experience to save it.
Yes, we returned home, full of new ideas and solutions. We realized that our world wasn't doomed if we worked to save it. Now we're ready to use everything we've learned to help our world become better.
And Sheriff Dobie and I have an incredible story to share about how we once found ourselves in a mysterious world full of secrets and adventures. Hi, Dobie. Are you ready to tell how it all began?
Our adventure started when a strange incident occurred in our city. A massive, rotating sphere appeared in the sky, emitting mysterious signals. You and I, Labrador, decided to investigate this phenomenon and find out what was behind this enigmatic event.
Yes, it was very mysterious. We discovered that the sphere was an ancient artifact left by ancient civilizations, capable of opening portals to different dimensions. We activated it, and a glowing portal appeared, transporting us to a completely different world.
We found ourselves in an amazing world called Crystallania. It was a world entirely covered in crystals and gemstones. Everywhere we looked, shimmering crystals created stunning light patterns. The local inhabitants, crystalline beings with bright, transparent bodies, welcomed us and told us that their world was under threat.
The residents of Crystallania informed us that their world was being attacked by evil creatures from the underground who began stealing crystals and destroying their cities. We had to step in and help them protect their world. We ventured into the deepest part of the underground, where these malevolent creatures dwelled.
In the underground, we faced numerous obstacles, mazes, traps, and of course, the creatures themselves. These were real challenges. We used our skills and ingenuity to overcome all these difficulties. Finally, we found the lair of the evil creatures.
In the lair, we discovered that the evil creatures were collecting crystals to create a powerful weapon that could destroy the entire world of Crystallania. We knew we had to act quickly. We devised a plan to destroy the weapon and stop the invaders.
Our plan was quite complex, but we managed. We infiltrated the heart of the underground where the weapon was located and fought the leader of the evil creatures. The battle was intense, but in the end, we succeeded in defeating him and destroying the weapon.
Yes, it was an amazing journey, and we will always remember it. We also realized that we have a powerful tool, the portal, that can open up access to the most incredible worlds and adventures.
Thank you for being with us, friends. We hope you enjoyed this story and that it inspired you for new feats. Remember, every day can bring new adventures and opportunities if you're ready for them.